start with a piece that sort of introduces itself. As you can see, growing up in the Mon Valley, the piano and guitar were not big popular instruments in my neighborhood. So when I wanted to take piano lessons, my parents said, we have an accordion, so that's what you'll learn. And little did I know that in 2010 it would become such a popular instrument again. So, you know, what can I say? Well, you see, folk music is the words of the people. And you see, Western Pennsylvania is full of a labor history and a lot of tales. When I was a little boy, I grew up in a little town called New Eagle. We had a neighbor by the name of Harriet. And Harriet had very, very black hair. Very, very blue eyes. And very, very red lipstick lips. Plus she had a high-pitched, cackly laugh. Stephen, you make me laugh. Well, every once in a while, Harriet would come over. And as I sat on the kitchen floor playing with my toys, I noticed these two adult women started to take a little paintbrush and dip gooey black stuff in their head. They called it tinting their roots. Yeah, me too, I didn't get it. So anyway, after they tinted their roots, they had to sit around and let it, I don't know, soak into their brain. And so my mom would put on some coffee, and then they'd light up the Pall Mall Straits. You know, of course, the tobacco would stick to their lips, because in those days, there were no filters. So they'd sit, drink the coffee, smoke the cigarettes, let the tinted roots do whatever it was doing, and before you knew it, they'd start to talk about the neighborhood, and then you'd say, you know, what's going down in the Claret Works? What's up with the batteries? Or how about the box factory? Hey, you think they're going to go on strike at the power station this year? And I knew, once we got onto that topic, it was time. Harriet would look over at me and say, little Stephen, go fetch that squeeze box over here. Come on, get it out of that box. Now, Stephen, I want you to remember this. Don't ever forget this either, because they got libraries down there in Pittsburgh. They got a museum, too, with dinosaurs. Didn't know I'd live to regret that one. Also, they got a music hall. But I want you to remember this. Andrew Carnegie was a jack-off. So was Frick and all their friends. Andrew Carnegie was a jack-off. So was Frick and all their friends. Looking maybe a couple of blocks. Frick and Carnegie just saw a bunch of suckers now. Hot people didn't know what was coming their way. Coming their way. My folks didn't know what was coming their way. Andrew Carnegie was a jack-off. So was Frick and all their friends. They made way too much money and didn't know what to do with it all. quite a while. Docile, afraid to say a word, lost in a land of another language, hoping to put food on the table, and give them kids a better life. Well, they finally took to the streets. Someone was gonna get their ass kicked. And while them Pinkertons were cracking heads, Rick and Carnegie were sitting real safe, drinking scotch and smoking cigars. We won't hold it against them. Time will pass real quick. We won't hold it against them, 'cause the union will get us what we want. Now all them fields of mills are empty. Steel's gone somewhere far away. And now the union can't collect dues. And the people in the valley, they all got screwed. They all got screwed. And the people in the valley, we all got screwed. No one's around to remember, but we got museums and music halls. No one's around to remember, and the union, it don't matter at all. Andrew Carnegie was a jagoff, so was Frick and all their friends. And now it's the same old shit with UNC and Jeffrey Roth, another jagoff. Now it's the good old days again, with Andy and his pal Henry.